Yo, did you have gym anxiety the first time you stepped foot in the gym?
Absolutely. Who the? Honestly, bro, I feel like everybody is gonna have that to some degree. There's no way you don't have gym anxiety. Like
True.
everyone's gonna have that. I feel like it's one of those things.
Do you have like an
You know?
example of like a, a, a moment, like your first few times going into the gym?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I remember when I went to the gym back in high school. Oh my god. Oh man. I feel like an outsider. You know how like when you walk into like a club, you're like, wow, this is like not my scene. Like that's what it feels like. It feels like that, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, I'm already here. I mean, I might as well make the most of it.
Wait, what do
Here
you
we
mean
go.
by what do you mean by like an outsider? Like
You don't fit in.
Like
Like you just don't fit in. It is what it is. You just don't fit in. You know, like
you don't fit in as in,
Yeah.
like you don't look like you fit in, or like you don't know what to do, or is it like people looking at like what do you mean?
everything. Everything.
Everything hitting you all at once, like
Everything. I'll tell you that right now. Everything. So I just walked the treadmill.
so you just ran for your life.
Yeah, I just ran because that's the only thing I knew to do. You know. You know. So I walked for a little bit, do a little running, and I was like, you know what? This is good. This is good. All right. And then like I feel more comfortable. I don't know if you feel the same way. What about you? Like, did you have like something that do you have like a similar experience?
Yeah, so first time going into the gym. Let me let's go back through memory lane for a second. Let's tap into memory lane.
Skinny Daniel, boom, right in, right
No,
in there.
It was skinny fat Daniel. Like I had skinny arms and legs, but I had a belly.
Oh,
Like
okay.
you're not even
Okay.
skinny at that point.
No, you skinny.
Like you skinny,
You
but
skinny.
then your stomach pokes out of your shirt. So it's like
You got that. You got that South Asian dad bod going on at 15. You know what I mean?
Deadass.
No, you know what I mean? Like that.
It's like that weird spot where it's like, yo, am I supposed to bulk up or am I supposed to cut? Like,
Oh.
it's like I'm both right now. but first few times, let me think. It's weird because I actually started working out before going to the gym. Like I was, well, like 11 years old. So the YMCA didn't even allow. What do you call people under
teenagers. Like that. Like large kids. I don't. Big kids. Like big kids.
But they didn't allow kids in the weight room.
Yeah, I would say kids. Yeah, I would say kids.
So I started working out with like 10-pound dumbbells
Mm-hmm.
that I stole from my cousin, basically.
Ah, you borrowed. You mean?
Yeah, I
You
borrowed
borrowed.
it. I
You
borrowed
borrowed.
it. So I did some things at home, like dumbbell workouts, like curls, push-ups and stuff. And no one looking at you at home, like ain't no one staring at you or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time I stepped into the gym, like 3 years after doing those dumbbell home workouts, I kind of knew like, okay, there are some exercises I can do, I can be familiar with. But I will say the first time I stepped into the gym, that ego got to me real good.
Oh.
Like I was like, I know what to do.
Oh, okay.
I know what to do. I went
Okay.
straight to the preacher curl.
You went to like intermediate. You didn't even start the beginning. The beginner, the beginning would have been the ellipticals, the tread. You went straight to the intermediates. Okay.
Like right out the locker room, straight to the preacher curl.
Oh.
Like, I just loaded on like 2 10s on each side. I didn't even know how much that was. Like, I don't even know how much the bar weighs.
Decent amount, yes.
I think the easy curl is
Decent
like
amount.
at least 20, 30 pounds probably.
It's,
Something like that.
it looks deceiving. It's a decent
Yeah.
amount, yeah.
Yeah.
The bar itself has some weight to it, yeah.
So I'm guessing that was like 60, 70 pounds at least. As like a 13-year-old, 14-year-old. Bro, I couldn't even move it.
Damn, how heavy is a preacher curl bar? Holy cow.
I don't even know, bro. I was
Damn.
like, yo, let's fucking get this. First time stepping foot in the gym, trying to do it, couldn't even move it. I was like, yo, this shit is so embarrassing. I walked straight out. Like,
Oh, you left.
I just left. I'm like,
Oh my god.
no, that's not it,
Oh
bro.
my god.
That's not it.
Damn, it got you real fast.
Dude, I don't even think I went back to the gym for at least like 3 weeks.
Oh my god.
I was like, nah, fuck that, bro.
Oh my god. So how did you feel when you got home that day? Like after you did a little bit of that. Okay, I'm done.
No, I felt defeated because I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I have some experience working out. Like I can do curls with the dumbbells at home. I mean, it's like 10 pounds, but like still, like I thought I can like do something at least.
It's only 10 pounds, right? What could go wrong? What could go
That
wrong?
just
Yeah.
10 pounds.
Yeah.
But I didn't know it was like fucking 60, 70 pounds on that bar. But yeah, after that, I'm like, this is not it.
Your
Like,
math didn't add up. I know for a fact.
hella defeated.
Your weight math didn't add up. I don't know if you guys know this, but the bar has weight to it in the gym, and
Oh.
basically it adds up like an extra kind of like sometimes
That's-
20 to 45 pounds.
That's just the easy curl bar. Like the barbells is 45 pounds. Actually, this is a great story because 3 weeks after that, I'm like, all right, let's try this again.
Okay.
I got this. Let me go back into the gym. This time, not the preacher curl, the bench press. You know how it is. First time you step foot in the gym, I want big chest, I want big biceps. That's all that matters. Chest and arms.
exactly.
Chest and arms.
No legs, nothing. Just arms.
No.
Just
We
arms
don't-
and chest. Yeah.
We don't need the legs. You know?
No.
So I went straight to the bench press. Bro, I kid you not, I couldn't even move the bar. I'm
Wow.
like, what?
Wow.
Like, how are people making the person right next to me just like repping like 2 plates? I'm like, I can't get the bar off the
wow.
rack here.
Oh wow. That is kind of embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like that. Like I would have been the same shoe. I would have walked out too. I'm like, yeah, I'm not staying in after this. Yeah.
What's funny is, dude, I still feel gym anxiety to this very day. Like, I'm like, I started working out. Fine, at the gym, I started working out like 13. I'm 20, so it's like 12 years in the gym. Bro, I felt gym anxiety this past week.
What happened? Wait, what did you? What did you do, or how did you got gym anxiety over the past week?
So I had a new exercise I had to do.
Okay.
Like new exercise I've never done before. My coach gave me some split squats, like a elevated split squat.
You were trained like an athlete, kind of.
Kind
pretty
of, yeah. But I'm not. But like up to this point, I never considered myself like an athlete or anything. So, mind you, like I'm gonna put a picture of how it looks like.
Huh. Yeah.
But imagine me having to step on a stool inside of a Smith machine.
Oh,
And doing
I
a
saw the
split
video.
squat like
Yeah, I
one
saw
leg
it.
at a time.
I saw it. That is such a good training. Like honestly, it's such a good exercise. That is such a good exercise.
It's a good exercise if you can do it. But, but if you're like me, you got no balance, trying to do a one leg split squat like in midair, like
You know what reminds me of? Remember that time that we were doing like step ups on like a 12-inch box back in Buffalo?
oh yeah. Shout out back
Oh
back,
my god.
throw back to the catalyst days.
Oh my god. I gotta tell you guys something. So I was studying exercise science at a time, right?
Yeah.
And basically, I was learning about explosive movements and how to train your body to be functional in a nutshell. And from there, I was looking at different ways to train the body to be able to handle explosiveness.
What
and-
kind of explosiveness are you talking about, yo?
So the same one that you were doing,
Yeah.
but with no weights, with just a step up onto a 12-inch box, right?
Yeah.
But the thing about that is people don't realize is the amount of unilateral stability, like single leg stability that you need, it's insane. Because you have to be able to get from like a really, really, really low position into like 1 foot box, right? And in order for you to make it look smooth, you have to have
basically
single leg
you
stability.
basically levitating in midair on one leg.
And yo, let me tell you guys, like, oh my god, it was so bad. Like all of us, we tried to do weights too. We're like, oh, let's do this. It's not that bad, right? And we got up. We were like, oh, we kind of shimmy our way up. And I think at one point you almost fell. I think.
Yeah, you almost busted my ass.
Remember Kevin? Remember Kevin tried to.
Yo, shout out to Kevin He.
Yo, Kevin He. I don't know if Kevin He. If you're watching or listening to this podcast, remember that time that we did that step up, and remember the time that all of us couldn't get up there because we don't have the balance for it.
Mind you, this is like 7 in the morning. Like I have
Yep.
no brain coordination right now, yo.
Nope. And to make it worse too, we did it on turf field, right? We did it on turf, so it was open space.
I think I was wearing like Ultra Boost. So like it bounced you to.
You were doing it on cloud. That made it extra unstable for you. I think I did the same. I was on boost.
We try to levitate on cloud 9 right now. Yo.
Didn't work. We almost fell. We didn't fall, but we almost fell. But enough to make us feel the anxiety creep in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
Back to the story.
Yeah,
this
yeah.
past week, doing that exercise for the first time, I kid you not, the second I stepped up, like 5 fit chicks just walked straight past. And I'm like, yeah, I'm making myself look like a fool out here. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm like shaking, like.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay.
Like moving left, the whole machine was shaking. It was like, dun, 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 dun. I was like, yeah.
Oh, you choked. Damn. That's instability. That's honestly that's your body trying its best to stabilize. So that is a good thing. Though.
That makes me feel better.
That's a good thing. That is a good thing. Yeah.
But yeah, even like till this day, I still feel with gym anxiety. Like, it's pretty normal. Like, what about you? Do you still have experience of like gym anxiety?
I gotta tell you when I do. So I remember I had a period in time when I switched between soccer and Olympic weightlifting.
Oh right, that was like a couple years ago.
Yeah. No, so the thing about Olympic weightlifting is that there's a series of movements to be able to clean the bar and get into an overhead position. So all of those are movements that require you to perform.
For any of y'all that aren't sure what that like looks like, I'll put up a picture right here. Like you throwing something over your head, like Asian squatting ass to grass.
2 lifts though. There's 2 different lifts. There's a snatch.
Oh,
and there's a clean and jerk.
True.
But those 2 require to be in an overhead position with bars and weights of upwards of like 1 or 2 times your body weight.
Yeah,
if you're like really good at those kind of lifts. But long story short, you do feel that kind of anxiety because if you are doing like let's say like 85% of your PR, you're gonna be throwing up a pretty significant amount of weight over your head with everyone around you. And 9 times out of 10, there's gonna be 1 or 2 people or even a group of people looking at you, right?
Yeah.
And
especially when you're doing an exercise where you're doing some big movements, like you know the whole gym looking at you.
it can go 1 or 2 ways, right?
Yeah.
Because if you're confident about it,
Yeah.
you're gonna lift that, you're gonna clean it, no problem. You're gonna jerk it, and it's gonna look pretty good, or snatch it.
He said
You know?
jerk it, yo.
Yeah, jerk it. Yeah, exactly. The overhead position. Not what you guys are thinking. But another way to look at it is if you don't feel that good that day, and you're trying to like at least do that 1 or 2 times, like it's a 1 rep movement, and if you don't feel confident about it, you might feel some type of way when you perform. So long story short, that anxiety can creep in, and our question is like, long story short, how do we overcome that? Like, how do we overcome that problem, right? So that is what we're trying to get on this episode today.
I think in terms of like overcoming that, like there's no getting around, like you're not gonna feel gym anxiety ever, like ever
That's
again.
true. Yeah, that's
Like
true.
every time you're doing something new, whether this is at the gym, whether this is like outside the gym, you're gonna feel a little bit weird, like because as humans, like we only know what we've only known, like we don't know everything. It's like the first time riding a bike, the first time talking to a girl, like or talking to a guy, if you into that, like it's gonna feel awkward. It's gonna feel weird at 1st, but the more reps that you get in, the more times you put yourself out of your comfort zone, the easier it gets. That uncomfortable slowly turns into comfortable.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. Like yes, I still feel gym anxiety till this very day, but in all honesty, like every single person who's in the gym had their first day in the gym before.
You have to get the mindset right. You have to like get yourself in the right mentality before you go in. So if you feel like increased anxiety, like before you go in, like you got to start thinking about, what can we do to kind of prepare myself, like mentally, right? Some people like to plan ahead. Like some people will have a little program going.
That's a really 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 good idea, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Because when you have like a game plan mapped out of what you're gonna do, it's like okay, there's no need to worry. Like I'm just gonna do this. I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Instead of like trying to think of it on the spot.
Yeah, because that's gonna put you in a spot where you're gonna, where do I go next?
Yeah.
Yeah, this machine's a little bit taken. Oh, there's a lot of people in here. I'm gonna go over here. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna go over here. And you're just gonna be walking around the gym like for like 5 minutes.
No, I feel like at that point you're making it even more awkward. Because
Yeah.
at that point you're just walking around like you really don't even know what you're doing.
And mind you, this is all gonna be how you feel. Like no one else is gonna care in the gym. That's what I want to put out as a disclaimer too. Like, no one cares what you do in the gym. I'm gonna say it again. No one cares what you do in the gym.
I do have one caveat though.
Well, what's
if
the
you
caveat?
do some weird shit, I'm gonna look at you.
Just don't be on like the gym fails. Like don't do any Spider-Man training.
Weird shit like you. I'll put up some crazy videos I've seen on the screen right now. But if you're doing that, I'm gonna look at you. But hey, if you like trying your best with exercising like your first few times going to the gym, hey, like I ain't gonna judge you. Like I'm gonna look at you, and you do some weird shit. But hey, like it's not that big of a deal. If you're like just starting out and getting the hang of things.
Yeah, you don't like honestly. One of the best advice I can give you guys is honestly just talk to people. Just literally, if you see someone that you kind of vibe with, or if you see someone that you feel like comfortable with, just talk to them. Be like, hey, you mind spotting me real quick? That's an easy conversation to do.
Yeah.
Like, and then all they're gonna do is like, yeah, sure, bro, and then sure, and then they will help you out.
Yeah.
No one's gonna say no to. I don't think I have seen that. No one's gonna say no to not spotting you, unless they don't feel comfortable with the weight, obviously. But if you're the first time doing it, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna be able to spot you.
Yeah. And also another perspective is everyone in the gym is just in there to better themselves. Like they're not in there like intentionally looking around to find if. I know I just made a joke about like judging people, but no one's like going in intentionally trying to look for someone to make fun of.
I'll give you guys $100 if you can find that person in the gym doing that.
That
No way, just gonna walk in.
Like most of the time, I'm just in there to get my lift in, to improve.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I even find joy in like meeting new people or like talking to new people in there as well. Like, I met a lot of people in the gym, and like it's crazy. It's crazy.
All it starts, hey, honestly, if you go consistently, right, you're gonna see those same couple of people over and over again, and eye contact becomes a little bit of a nod. A little bit of nod becomes.
Then it turns into like a
fist
bump. Yeah.
And then from there, it's gonna be like good morning. From good morning to how's your day going, and then from there, it's honestly small things just adds up over the course of a period of time.
Yeah.
And in a way, it kind of just let the anxiety kind of creeps out the door.
Yeah.
So long story short, it's really about how you feel and how you perceive the anxiety. It's all your perspective at the end of the day.
Yeah.
This is so true. I've got to mention one thing.
Yeah.
There is a thing that I do when I go to a new gym.
What?
Because I feel like when I go to a new gym, I do feel that a little bit of anxiety because like, oh, I don't know this gym. I don't know the people that are there.
True.
And for me, it's like, okay, wow, this is a little bit, anxious. Like it's a little bit intimidating.
It's back to that same feeling, like feeling out of place.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this is what I do. I typically just walk around the gym, just one round. I want to see how the setup looks like, right? What type of people are there? And again, like, what is the overall environment like?
Yeah.
Because I want to be able to like go to a machine and be able to like use it, or if I want to use like the weights and stuff, I know where everything is.
Yeah.
That's just my like little own thing that I do.
Yeah.
Do you have something similar? Like if you go to a gym for the first time, let's say hypothetically tomorrow you go to like a brand new gym in like in Manhattan or something. What would that look like for you? Like, what would be something that you do to help you feel more comfortable? It could be anything, honestly.
Yeah. I'm glad that you brought that up because I actually went to like a new gym when I was visiting my parents last week.
Oh. No way.
And of course, like first walking in, like I don't even know where I'm at. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I don't even know where the machines are. I don't even know like what because I feel like every gym has its own culture.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah. People don't realize this, but every gym has its own
Like
little
some gyms, people are a lot
culture.
more clean. Some gyms like they don't care whatsoever. Like some gyms, every gym's gonna vary a little bit.
Mhm.
I definitely did that. I walked around and see what's around.
Mhm.
But also another thing is,
Yeah.
feel free to ask people like how
Oh,
to
yeah.
use the machines or where the machines are or like if they have certain things. Because people are, well, thank God, like people are a lot nicer than they seem. Like it can be a little bit intimidating, especially when those meatheads got those big ass headphones in and they just like in
Mhm.
the zone.
Mhm.
But people are actually really really nice.
And obviously, like, don't interrupt the mid set. That is one thing that you
Oh,
want to
true.
keep in mind is that if someone doesn't want to talk to people, if
Be
they,
like,
yeah. Oh, don't do that. If someone had their hoodies on, headphones in,
be like, yo.
don't bother them. They don't want to be bothered. But if
You asking for smoke at that point.
yeah, they're gonna. I mean, they're not gonna like do anything to you, but they're not gonna like it. It's gonna be. People are nice, you know. People are not gonna
Yeah.
like tell you like fuck off and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be nice, you know.
Yeah.
But long story short, people are usually on the nicer side. If someone's more welcoming, just ask and just have a conversation with them. You know,
Yeah.
just talk to them. Yeah.
Like to wrap things up, I think another, I don't want to say another perspective, but like how I view like gym anxiety is we've all had that first day in the gym and like it's going to feel a little bit uncomfortable and that's completely okay. Uh, but in reality, like it's only just a 5 second temporary moment. Like after those 5 seconds, you'll be glad that hey, I tried something new today, or yo, I did something that was a little bit out of my comfort zone today.
Oh yeah, that's
And
such
then-
a huge accomplishment.
And then once you
Yeah.
do that over time, it's like you slowly but surely build that confidence in yourself to try new exercises, to talk to new people at the gym,
Mhm.
to even go to different gyms. And next thing you know, you about to be one of those people who go to the gym regularly, and you're gonna be the one that's like being super inviting and social to those newer people at the gym.
Yeah, you're gonna look forward to it at the end of the day. It's not gonna feel like a chore.
Yeah.
And obviously everyone's different. Like you're gonna have someone that's gonna be a little bit more extroverted,
Yeah.
and you're gonna have someone that's gonna be a little bit more introverted.
Yeah.
It's obviously gonna take a little bit of effort for that, you know, to socialize and stuff like that. But if you take these small steps to prepare, if you feel like you just don't want to talk to people, that's okay.
Yeah.
Or if you just need some time to prepare, and get in the grooves of things, it's gonna feel less of a like a mountain to climb every single
Yeah.
time that you go.
Yeah.
You know, that's one of the important things about, I guess, you know, like the mindset
Yeah.
and the idea of like perspectives and all and on this thing,
Yeah.
on this topic.
And if you're someone that still has like immense gym anxiety or like you feel a little bit self-conscious like whenever you step foot in the gym, maybe it's like you feel like people are looking at you, maybe you feel like you're not really doing this exercise properly or like you're not even sure like what you're supposed to be doing, like you feel a little bit out of place. If you guys ever need any help or you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. He's a DBT, like
PT physical therapist.
yeah, he's a physical
Yeah.
therapist. Like he got your back. I do fitness coaching. Like we've been in the gym for a really long time. By
Yeah.
no means do we know everything, but hey, like if you guys have any questions, like we'll be glad to help you guys out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, don't be afraid to, you know, reach out to us. Like just, you know, shoot us a question. We'll be more than happy to answer, you know, anything that you guys have, and you know, from there it's just, you know, one thing at a time. Yeah, just keep improving, and you know, one small steps at a time.
One rep at a time.
One rep at a time, and most importantly, you got to do things rep by rep.